The following program is brought to you by The Bot Shop, the art of creativity.
Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Troy McGraw. We are here at Rye Neck on a very cold April 30th day as the Rye Neck Panthers are playing a softball game against Tuckahoe Bronxville, a combined team. Both teams are 7-3, and Tuckahoe beat Rye Neck 8-1 last week. And Elijah, Rye Neck's looking for some revenge.
Yeah, Rye Neck's looking to come out and get some payback, losing 8-1. Bronxville Tuckahoe has a pretty young team. They have a lot of 8th graders and freshmen and sophomore. So we'll see if Rye Neck can take advantage of that, get the pitching game going, and come out here with the win.
Yeah, when we get back, we'll have the opening pitch here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware and Troy McGraw. First pitch coming from Rye Neck 8th grader Katie Blanche. She'll be facing Juliana Romeo, then Dylan Corrado, then Maggie O'Hare, the pitcher for Tuckahoe. To start this one.
Umpire had to clean the plate off real quick. Make sure everything is in order.
First pitch right down the middle, strike one. You're saying that she's just an 8th grader, Elijah.
Yeah, she's really tall for an 8th grader. And if she continues to work, her ceiling is very high.
0-2 count. Yeah, a couple play it. Olivia Dunn, I think, started when she was an 8th grader pitching. Right, Rob? And strike three. Swing on and miss. 1 out. And then Diana King, too, was pitching either as a freshman or an 8th grader. So they have a couple pitchers in their past that have started that young. So Romeo strikes out swinging on 3 straight pitches, and Dylan Corrado will lead it off. Will bat second for the Tigers. Strike one.
So Katie Blanche coming out strong.
Call that getting ahead, Elijah.
Well, Katie getting ahead.
Just outside, 1-1, even the count. But yes, he was starting strong as well. Strike two. Low strike right down the middle. 1-2.
That's high.
2-2. Good waist pitch. Get her to chase. She did not. Haven't seen her swing yet, so. Strike three. 2 straight strikeouts for Blanche, and she's cooking early here.
Yeah, still cooking from yesterday after a 17-0 win. Blanche went 5 for 5, 3 RBIs. 5 RBIs, and pitched a shutout.
Strike one. Ball just low, says the umpire. That one grounded up the middle. It's a base hit. So the third batter of the game after 2 straight strikeouts gets a base hit right up the middle, and that's Maggie O'Hare, the pitcher, helping herself out.
Big hit by O'Hare, keeping her team alive.
That'll bring up the catcher, Sabrina Rocco. Ball.
Another one just a little bit too low.
O'Hare, who has the base hit, and the opposing pitcher on first base, is pretty tall as well.
Yeah.
Both pitchers pretty tall today. Foul ball.
And that probably works to the disadvantage of the hitter when they're a little taller. That makes the strike zone a little bit bigger, working to the advantage of the pitcher. So we'll see if Rocco can get out of here.
Rocco swung on and missed. 2-2. The 2-2 count to Rocco. Swung on and missed. Striking out the side is the pitcher, the freshman from Rye Neck, Katie Blanche. So it'll be the top of the lineup to start and the bottom of the first when we come back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, bottom of the first, and getting to work will be Tuckahoe's starting pitcher, Maggie O'Hare, who got the only hit in the inning. Actually, the only one to put the ball in play, as her three teammates struck out. In the top of the first, Maggie O'Hare, her first pitch to Evelyn Pacone, and her second pitch, also a ball, 2-0. It'll be Evelyn Pacone, Olivia Tobin, and then Carissa Pachia. 2-0. Ooh, another high pitch nearly hit her. 3-0. Definitely, you got to take 3-0. Just start the game.
Yeah, Pachia might want to wait this one out.
Yeah, Pacone is on first. Automatic walk, and I think Coach Joan Spedafino was telling her players to wait on a strike. As she goes over and tells her husband Frank something to relay to the bench. Family affair here, Rye Neck. Frank and Robbie, assistant coaches, and Frank's wife, longtime coach Joan, head coach, and Robbie, their son, is the assistant. He's coaching first. Usually Frank coached first the last couple of years, as the fifth pitch that O'Hare throws is a strike to Olivia Tobin, 0-1. And the bunt is foul, 0-2. Good idea, but just foul.
Did a good job of disguising that bunt.
Yeah, even though there's a man they could have advanced her to second, like a sacrifice bunt. That was more a bunt for a hit, but the way she squared late. And 0-2, of course not bunting, 1-2. If you bunted foul, you're out.
Right.
And foul into the woods. 1-2 still. Just late on that.
You gonna go get that ball after the game, Charlie?
I'm sure one of the players will get it now. Strike three, swung on and missed.
That was a nice change up there. The ball came pretty slow, and she swung just a bit too early. And that's another strikeout, or O'Hare's first strikeout of the game.
And Carissa Pachia will bat. Thank you. Carissa Pachia. First pitch to the freshman, Pachia, the catcher, right down the middle, strike one.
Too high.
1-1. Really gets low in her stance, almost too much. Almost like Jeff Bagwell-esque. Oh yeah, way crouching down in her stance. Right? Pachia rips it to center field, and it just gets past the diving center fielder. That'll be a base hit. Pachia will come. She had a hold at first, and Pachia's going to third, and she didn't look up. And Pechia will have to go back to second, and they'll tag her out. And then the runner's coming home. Nobody's home. The pitcher's at home, and it's a double play. Oh my gosh! Don't yell at her. Wow. And that ends the inning. A double play. What went? Wow. We'll dissect that when we come back, but that's an inning-ending double with a double play. Never seen that before. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
And that was a bunt attempt there. And that leads to a foul. And that's an 0-1 count to start.
Well, Elijah, the problem was with that last play. Peccia didn't even look up. You have to stop at second base. You have to look at the runner in front of you.
Right.
She didn't look up, and her head was down the whole time, which it's supposed to be, but she never looked up. And then Coach Spadafino also didn't pick her up coming there and told her too late. And then, but then
once they threw it back to second, she decided to go home.
Yeah, I don't know why they go on third. Pacone.
Just a lot of miscommunication there, misunderstanding. And that was a double play that ended the inning.
Off of a double.
Right.
It's a double that turned into a double play because Peccia still gets 8-5. Strike three, swung on and missed.
And Blanche still bringing the heat. She started this game very strong, giving up one base hit. But other than that, she's been on point.
Eight, 5, 2, 4, 1, double play.
Not sure if that one was outside or inside. It looked like it was in the area.
Also on that play, because Pacone held up because of thought the center fielder had a chance to catch it, and she almost did. That's why it was a double.
So Blanche finds herself in unfamiliar territory here, and she's down 2-0. The umpire adamantly calls a strike on that one.
Strike two.
So Blanche evens it up. Ooh, and that is a great catch there by Blanche. Wow. Wow. Rob is saying that's a Player of the Week nominee.
I don't think so. Just flash the leather up.
I don't know, Charlie. I don't know if you would have caught that one. I don't know.
We put the glove up perfectly. It was good timing. Must be a slow week. It's an LO1 and easy.
I don't know. That thing was coming back with some heat. That was good.
That was a
reaction.
missile, right? Did you hear the pop come off the bat? That was a loud sounding line drive, and just flashed the glove up and she caught it.
So after the great catch from Blanche, she comes right back with another strike.
Strike two. Both teams are 7-3. And that's a bait. Just foul, says the umpire.
Very close.
That was close, but just foul. I thought it was fair from here.
Sophomore Deanne trying to get out of here with at least a base hit. as Blanche has been throwing the ball very well here to start this game.
Ground ball back to Blanche. And she retires the tie in order. So we'll be back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, it'll be 4, 5, 6 for Rye Neck, Stephanie Santoli, Katie Blanche, and Jamie Straza. Strike one right down the middle.
Strong throw there from O'Hare.
Ball, 1-1.
Tried to come back with the change up.
Ball.
20 games. Let's go, Steph. We're all 20 of them.
Two and one. Ground ball to second, and she'll be out. 4-3. Santoli thrown out by Dylan Corrado. One away.
It'll be Blanche now at the plate. And there seems to be a problem with the ball as O'Hare talks to the umpire. Maybe it's lopsided, I don't know.
Strike right down the middle from O'Hare.
Too high on that one.
Ball. 2-1. Ball, 3-1. And O'Hare lifts a high fly ball to right, and it'll drop in. O'Hare rounding towards third, and the ball will be blocked at third.
Big time triple for Katie Blanche, doing it on both sides.
I mean, yeah, she never got her glove on it, but she was right under it and missed it. It's a friendly triple, but I mean,
it's not close. Too bright out here either, so that was just, missed timing.
Rob, what do you got there? Triple or you not?
I don't think it touched the glove.
Never touched the glove, but she was right under it.
Come on, Jamie!
Jamie Straza, the right fielder, will bat sixth, and will be up with a runner on third in Blanche after that high fly ball that looked like it was going to be caught, but it dropped, didn't touch the glove, so it's a triple for Blanche, the pitcher, on third. Ball, 1-1. Ball, 2-1. Good block by Sabrina Rocco, the catcher.
Just a little bit too high on that one.
Three and one. Straza rips a shot right at the shortstop. It goes off her glove, and it'll be. I mean, that was an absolute rope.
Give her a base hit RBI single. It was a tough play, even though it was at her, and it just
Trickled off the glove of the shortstop, Jenna Lateza.
Yeah, that one was coming with some heat.
Go, Shayna. Let's go, Shayna.
And it didn't help that the infield was in with the runner on third,
Right.
so it was even closer. So it's an RBI. Rocket single for Straza. And
Go, Shayna. Hit it, girl. Let's go.
Shayna Viola, the catcher, will bat 7.
Come on, Chance. Good pitch, girl. Come on, you're a hitter. Go, Shayna.
And that one made O'Hare a little bit angry as she comes back with 2 strong strikes.
And she'll ground one to short. And it'll be a fielder's choice. Straza will be out. 6-4 fielder's choice. Jenna Lateza.
Carol, you got this. Come on. Come on, Carol. It's all you. Come on, Carol.
Kara Allen,
Come on, Carol.
third baseman.
Time to bring it. Come on.
Strike
That's it, Carol.
inside.
No more pitches. That's it. No more pitches. Give her freebie. No more pitches. That's it. No more freebie.
Come on, Carol. You got this. Come on, Carol.
Ball high,
Good eye,
just
good eye.
high.
Come on, Carol. You got this, Carol. Come on.
Umpire calls the inside strike. So far. That one is popped up
That's not what you want.
right to the third baseman. Will drop it.
Wow.
That's an error. E5. So Kara Allen will reach on the E5, and Nina Sullivan, the last batter in the lineup, 9-hitter, will come up. Lefty and left fielder, senior.
Go, Nina. You're a hitter, girl.
Ball 1-0. These two just met 6 days ago on the Tuckahoe football field, which I guess they made the new softball field. The bases, and I saw the picture on Twitter. It was interesting the way they made it. Just made that football field turf about less than 5 years ago, about 5-6 years ago. Is it a strike? 1-1. Strike. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Would have been ball.
Look for a change up here.
Ball, 2-2. Actually, full count. Runners will be going on the pitch, and swung on and missed, and the inning is over. 1 run for the Panthers, and they lead 1-0 after 2. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and ground ball foul, soft ground ball foul to the number 8 hitter from Tuckahoe, Katie O'Hare. The O'Hare, Nicolette, Peon, and then top of the order, Julianne Romeo. Rye Neck leads 1-0 after a triple by the pitcher, Katie Blanche, and she came home on a RBI line drive single by Jamie Straza. 2 strikes. Top of the third here at Rye Neck, and a high fly ball to the outfield. And
So Blanche out to an early lead here. She's been throwing some powerful strikes. See if she can keep it going. Get the first K of this third inning.
Strike, drop, third, and thrown down by Carissa Peccia. So a strikeout and then 2-3. The 5th strikeout for Katie Blanche. Peccia will have her hand looked at by the training staff, and we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Sean McGraw. We had about a 10-minute delay. Catcher Carissa Peccia hurt her thumb. Looked like she was going to come out and they were going to put Stephanie Santoli back there, but instead Peccia stayed in the game and she offered on the bunt there, the Nicolette Peon, the 9-hitter, strike 1, but after a 10-minute delay, she decided to stay in, Peccia, and they didn't have to take her out. Strike 2. So that was good to see, Elijah.
Strike 2.
After a long delay, she was able to stay in. So it looked like she was going to come out. Strike 3, late call, but that's strikeout number 6 for 6 of the 9 batters she faced. She struck out through the lineup as we're back to the top. Juliana Romeo.
Yeah, that was a close call right there. I guess that's why it was so late. It was pretty low. But another K for Blanche.
Number 6. Looking to strike out the side. So it looked like it was a stinger on the thumb, but now Carissa Peccia had to wrap up her thumb, and now she's bleeding through it. So
I texted him.
Put some dirt on it.
He's on the way.
So we'll have another delay. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, back to the top of the order. Another couple-minute injury delay, and we're back. And Romeo puts it in play. Back to Blanche. She'll throw her out at first, so it'll be a 1-pitch, 3-minute delay and an out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Blanche and Rye Neck. They lead 1-0 after 2.5. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, bottom of the third for Rye Neck. Due up is the top of the order. 1, 2, 3. Olivia Tobin is up next. Evelyn Picone right now, and then Carissa Peccia. Strike 2, 0-2.
Way to stay alive.
Lefty batting, Picone. Ball. 1-2. Umpire tells Coach Frank Spadafino, move the bucket unless he's going to sit on it right in there because it was in play. 1-2. Strike 3. Good pitch from O'Hare.
Yeah, Picone, I think she thought she had that one, but it sails right past her chest and out there for O'Hare.
Base hit up the middle. Third hit of the game, actually 4th hit of the game for Rye Neck, Olivia Tobin with her first hit.
And Carissa Peccia. See how her injured hand is doing, or finger. Strike to Peccia. And Peccia rips one foul down the right side line. Right side. 0-2 to her.
And she may be one of the only ones on the field with home run capability. Let's see how her thumb is doing.
Peccia with the low pitch fouls it off. One out. Evelyn Picone on first.
Try to keep fighting it off.
Peccia 0-2. Ball 1-2.
Yeah, that was above Peccia's head. And she's still alive, looking to expand on the team's 1-0 lead.
Strike three, swung on and missed. Fouled up by Santoli, caught by the catcher Rocco, and that'll retire the side with Olivia Tobin left on first after a base hit. Through 3, 1-0 Rye Neck. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, top of the fourth, Dylan Corrado leads it off. 2-3-4, followed by Maggie O'Hare, who has the only hit for the Tigers. And this one grounded to third, foul. Ball. Ball.
One more chance here for Blanche.
Full count, 3-2 to Corrado. Grounded down the first side, a diving stop and a nice play by Evelyn Picone. And there's one away. Maggie O'Hare, the pitcher. Soft one. Strike one from Katie Blanche. And that's a ball to Santoli, and that'll be an infield single. So here's 2 for 2. So good diving play by Stephanie Santoli, but it is easily beat out by Maggie O'Hare, and she is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. strike to the cleanup hitter, Sabrina Rocco, the catcher. Ball, 1-1.
Blanche has to stay focused on that one, just a little too low. Make sure she follows through, get it in the strike zone. There you go.
1-2. Rocco fouls that one off to stay alive, 1-2.
Make sure of the one, ladies. Make sure of the one.
1-2 pitch once again. To Rocco, grounds it to third. Allen will throw to the shortstop. Usually the second baseman covers that, but the shortstop, Santoli, had it, and it'll be a fielder's choice. She was closer to the base, so Santoli got it. Rocco on first. Jana Lateza. Lateza will foul this one off, 0-2. Taser swung on and missed, strike 3. So that is the 7th strikeout for Blanche. And after 3.5, it's still 1-0 Rye Neck. We'll be right back, LMC TV. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw. Katie Blanche takes ball 1. She hit that triple that they couldn't. It looked like it was going to be caught by the right fielder, Peon, but she wasn't able to. And didn't get any leather on it, so it was a triple, and then she came around and scored the only run of the game. Also has 7 strikeouts and a 2-hitter only.
Big
And that
hit.
one is driven into the gap, and that'll be another hit. And she will round to second and stop there. So Katie Blanche with a double and a triple now.
Katie
as
Blanche.
she put it in the gap, and it was picked up by the center fielder, Juliana Romeo, who threw it in quickly to keep Blanche at second.
Katie Blanche looking big time here today.
Just an 8th grader. She was a nominee for the Low HUD Softball Player of the Week last week. Don't think she didn't win it, but no. Thank you, Rob.
Well, she has another chance this week. Went 5 for 5 yesterday.
Against Blindbrook.
Oh, Blindbrook isn't good. Hopefully they're not
According to
blind.
Rob. And that one is ripped right back at the pitcher. Blanche will go to third as she froze between second and third. Was able to go back. She checked the runner and then she advanced to third. So it's a 1-3 ground out from Straza. Hit the ball twice both times. One had that single that just got through. RBI liner, and Shayna
Big time catch there though from O'Hare. That was pretty similar to the one that Blanche had earlier, except for the one Blanche had came straight at her. This one took a couple bounces and O'Hare snagged it.
1-1 to Viola, the center fielder. She pops it up. Out of play.
Ooh. That one was very close to hitting that kid in the head. And he was not paying attention at all. That would have been lights out.
Strike 3 to Viola.
Let's go, Cat. Get Katie in.
Kara Allen, third baseman, will come up now.
RBI situation. Let's go. Get her in. Get her in. Get her in.
Strike 1.
That's all bets are off now. Let's go, girl. Get her in. Let's go. Get her in.
Ground ball to third. The shortstop, and she'll throw across the diamond, and Allen will be out. So that'll be the end of the inning. They'll strand Blanche on third, and we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw.
That first one called a ball there.
Adriana Rocco, the third baseman, will be up. She lined out. That was a nice play made on the line drive to Katie Blanche in the second inning. She's the 6th hitter for Tuckahoe. Strike 2-1 now to Adriana Rocco. And Rocco will bounce one to short. Stephanie Santoli will throw it, and it was a low throw that'll get away. It was very low. And Rocco will advance. I said the throw was too low. Don't you agree, Rob? It was so error on the shortstop, right? Although it was in the glove, but it was low. So it was too low of a throw. E6. But yeah, because also the throw allowed her to get to second as well. So E6 from Santoli. A good scoop would have had it by Evelyn Pacone, but the throw was too low, so it's an error on Santoli. First error on Rye Neck, 1 on each team so far. And that'll bring up a ground ball, and that'll advance Rocco. It'll be thrown out. One out. So Melissa Dean moves the runner over. Second time, Dean grounded out. Basically like a sacrifice bunt as she moves her over from second to third. And the ground ball back to Katie Blanche. Blanche has a work cut out, man on third, 1 out. Rocco on third, Katie O'Hare struck out, swinging. Is up, and that'll be a base hit, and it's 1-1. First pitch swinging, O'Hare rips a line drive over the infield. They'll throw it in, it'll be cut off by the first baseman, Pacone, and it's a 1-1 game. Back to square one, Elijah.
Yeah, Tuckahoe needed that one as they tie the game up at 1 apiece here in this 5th inning. See if Tuckahoe can keep the momentum going and try and take the lead here before the end of this inning.
Squares and Britt is it back by Peon. 1-0. Nicolette Peon, right fielder. Squares and shows, so strike 1 to Peon from Peon takes strike 2. 1-2, good pitch there by Katie Blanche. Peon swings and misses, strike 3. Her 8th strikeout of the game.
Strong pitch there from Blanche. Two in a row.
Back to the top of the order, Juliana Romeo. Ball 1-0. Romeo's 0 for 2, struck out in the first, and then grounded out to Blanche in the third. On first is Katie O'Hare, who had the RBI single to start to get the first run in of the game. Adrian Rocco reached on an error by the shortstop, so it's an unearned run, as it was an error that allowed the tying run to get on base and then score. Ground ball to Pacone, and Evelyn Pacone will step on first. And we have a tie game entering the bottom of the 5th, 1-1 here at Rye Neck. We'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC TV, bottom of the 5th. After Tuckahoe just tied it at 1, Rye Neck will have 9, and then top of the order, 9-1-2, Nina Sullivan. 2-0 to Sullivan, the left fielder, batting and throwing left-handed. Senior. Just missed outside. That was a close pitch.
Yeah, very close.
Senior. One of 3 seniors on the team. Ball 4 to Nina Sullivan. So she'll walk.
Come on, Evelyn. Come on, girls. We're hitters. Let's go. Come on, just win.
So then, always good to get that 9-hitter on and 4 straight pitches. Rare 4 straight pitch walk from Maggie O'Hare. 5 in a row. Haven't seen that all day from Maggie O'Hare.
Yeah, this is a crucial part of the game for both teams, as they're tied up 1 apiece.
Just tied it up.
Yeah, a run could sway the tide either way.
First strike of the inning. O'Hare 1-1 to Evelyn Pacone, who walked and struck out bunts but foul. 1-2. Five strikeouts on the day for O'Hare. As the wind starts to pick up again. One and two to Evelyn Pacone, lead off. Ball. 2 and 2 to Evelyn Pacone. And she'll foul it out.
Good job from Pacone staying alive there.
Just got a piece of it. Two and two to Pacone with the 9-hitter Nina Sullivan on first. No out. Strike three, the changeup. Pulled the string. What a pitch from O'Hare. And they're is 1 out.
Yeah, that thing literally dropped at the plate.
All right, Olivia.
Came up pretty high, but once it got there, came low.
It was a strike. Second strikeout. Only batter to strike out twice on Rye Neck. Sixth strikeout now for O'Hare as strike 1 to Olivia Tobin, the second baseman, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Strike 2 to her. O'Hare, it took her a batter to get
Let's go. Your hitter.
to get loose in this inning because she threw 5 straight balls. She walked Sullivan on 4 straight pitches and then another ball, but then strikeout, and that changeup again, pulling the string. She was way ahead of it as she fouls it on a liner to third. One ball, 2 strikes to Tobin, the second baseman. Carissa Peccia on deck. And foul 1.
You're on it.
And she was there, so she said, forget the food, I'll take you around. So we went into her friends, and it was a different style. This boy, and it was so funny.
That one will be
That's not what you want.
Just out of play, staying alive is Tobin as it just gets out.
On the shelf, and I was like,
As she was hoping it, her and the fans were hoping it would just go out, and it just did, and will stay at 1-2.
You got this, girl. You got this. Come on.
Big pitch here.
And that one is hit foul again, and it'll go out of play again, so it'll stay 1-2.
Good job. Good job.
Come on, Liv.
You're in it. You're still in it. Come on, girl. You're still in it. Straighten that out. Still in it.
1-2 pitch to Tobin. Once again, this one is hit up in the air, and the shortstop gets under it, and basket catch, and Sullivan's off the base, but they throw it away, and she'll have to stay there. She was going back there. Held up at second as it was recovered quickly by,
Look, Chris, up.
after the basket catch by Jenna Latiza, she threw trying to double, and a good throw she would have had
Yeah.
Sullivan as she was halfway but way too far off the base, but it was well over the head of Dean, but it's not an error because she wasn't able to advance, was Sullivan as she just was able to get back to first, and then Tuckahoe got a favorable carom as it hit the pole as Carissa Peccia rips a single, and Sullivan will just move up 1 base, so it'll be second hit for Peccia, the double where she was thrown out at third. Double play, but that was a hit, and that single as Stephanie Santoli, who's 0 for 2, will come up, the cleanup hitter.
Big hit there from Peccia.
Come on, Steph. You got this.
2 runners on.
As Tuckahoe got lucky because that ball, when they were hitting the rally, when they tried to turn that double play on the pop-up to Latiza, where she threw it to first, it just hit the pole right there behind at the end of the bench, actually the start of the bench, or end of the bench.
That's off now.
And that pole stopped it from going. If it went past the white line, she would have got second. So,
Right.
and she might have scored on that single.
All right, so no
Nonetheless.
interference there though.
Right, no. And it's ground ball to second, and they'll flip to first, and it'll be an inning-ending ground out. Second time she grounded out to second for Stephanie Santoli, and we'll head to the 6th, end of 5. 1 hit, 2 left on for Rye Neck, still 1-1 in a very close game here at Rye Neck. Back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Troy McGraw, our cameraman. As that one is ground to first, and it's 3 unassisted for Evelyn Pacone.
Easy out.
Second time Corrado's done that. Once again, alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie Hamagara, our cameraman, our Rob Moretti, Jareel Samista, and Jordan Harper. And Rob Moretti is also the LMC Community Sports producer, who you can follow for all your in-game updates and all of your play-by-play and all of your retweets of other people for Rye Neck and Rye Neck scores at LMC TV Sports, at LMC TV Sports. So Maggie O'Hare has now reached base for the third time. She is 2 for 2 now with, she just got hit by a pitch, 2 singles and 2 singles.
O'Hare still trying to walk that one off. Got hit in the left calf.
Pitcher, the calf, better than hitting her in the throwing arm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she might need a pinch runner to get in there or something.
Only had one player on his bench, Romeo, the other Romeo sister, Alyssa, on your the lineup he gave you. Elijah got the lineup wall. He was doing infield, outfield. That was cool.
Yeah.
Elijah just walked up. He just handed it to you.
Why not?
Right. Got it quick. Got it before. Gave us time. Ball 1-0.
You do you.
To the 4-hitter Sabrina Rocco. Fielder's choice. 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a strikeout. That one grounded to short. Santoli will step on the base, throw it over, and it'll be dropped. Nearly a double play, but 2 away. So no error as it was in the mitt, but
Yeah, Pacone had to stretch out for that one. Tough catch.
so it's just, so it's 6 unassisted. That one grounded back to the mound, and Katie Blanche will just throw it to Evelyn Pacone. So it'll be 1 left on, no hits. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports, bottom of the 6th, 1-1.
Katie Blanche back at bat.
As that's who they want up here, as she takes ball 1, as she is 2 for 2 with the only run scored for Rye Neck. A triple that she hit to right that was dropped in. It's 1-1 count, and a double. And she was stranded at third. 1-1. 1-2 to the tall. She's got a big strike zone up there. Does Katie Blanche. 1-2. The pitch looked high, but. Pops it up. And just foul as it basically hit the fence or just short. It looked like it was catchable for the first baseman, Melissa Dean, but she didn't really see it well, and it was too close to the fence there. It would have been a tough catch, but nonetheless, it was not caught, so it wasn't an error. Although sometimes if you drop a foul ball, you get an error. Ball 2-2. Inside and high.
Blanche still alive here.
It's had good at-bats. Full count to Katie Blanche.
And that one was close.
With Jamie Straza, who hit the ball hard twice, had an RBI single, the only RBI, and a 1-3 ground out. And Blanche with another hit, rips it. Another extra base hit for the pitcher, Blanche. It goes past.
She can make it.
And they'll stop her at second as it'll be a ground rule double as it went behind the pole. As it grounded out as it went to the other side of the fence, so it'll be a ground rule double.
Katie Blanche. Think she might get that low HUD nomination once again.
She's got Elijah's vote. She's 3 for 3 now with.
Especially as an 8th grader, it's just.
That would have been another triple the fielder was able to get it and everything, but because of the angle as it rolled past the foul pole and past the fence, that's why they ruled it a ground rule double, because that was a frozen rope shot. As Straza comes up with the advanced Katie Blanche in her last at bat at fourth on a ground ball to home, and then had an RBI single in the second inning. And that one is grounded to first, so another. And Straza moves her up. And Shayna Viola will come up 0 for 2.
Come on, Shay, you got that, kid. Come on, Shay. Come on, Shay, you got this.
Infield in.
Strong throw there from O'Hare. She puts that one right where it needs to be.
Oh. Ground ball back to the pitcher.
Ooh,
And it will be thrown away. So, wow. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher, and she threw wide, and it hit assistant coach Robbie Spadafino after it was dropped. As the throw was wide of the bag, it got through the first baseman, Melissa Dean. So
You got this, girl. Take your
Blanche scores. It's an E1 as it was a bad throw. And Viola gets there. If she had a good throw, she would have stayed. She would have stayed at third as she had held up. They threw it wide, and then she took off and scored, did Blanche. So an error on the pitcher as it was a wide throw. It was catching over.
That one's gone.
The ball hit to left, and it'll be over the left fielder's head. A good amount, and
We'll have another one.
be an RBI double. And then retouching up of home. Does it look like she never touched it, Viola, and the umpire never said she did, but then she touched home after she saw the catcher realize. So it'll be an RBI double for Kara Allen and a big insurance run for the Panthers.
Definitely. Rye Neck really turned it up here in this 6th inning. And they now have a 3-1 lead.
Let's go, Nina. Come on. Nina, let's go, kid. On me.
Ball. 2-0 to Nina Sullivan.
Come on, Nina.
Ball 3-0.
All right, Nina, come on. You got this.
Sullivan.
Come on, next one's yours. Come on.
Viola came and it looked like she just missed home. The umpire saw, never signaled that, and then Rocco realized and they threw it home, but she had touched it and then went back and touched when the catcher didn't discreetly say to throw it home and touch up. Ball 4 to Sullivan. First and second, 1 out. And back to the top of the order. And Evelyn Pacone,
Let's go.
who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Come on, Panthers. Charlotte, do not get wet.
Well, I'm lucky.
Let's go, Evelyn. You're a hitter, Ed. You got this, kid.
strike to Evelyn Picone. In her 4th plate appearance, 0 for 2 with a walk. Was thrown out at home after Peccia came to third when she was there, and that's a base hit for Picone to center field, and Kara Allen will score.
There you go, girls.
Coach Pedafino had her touch home again. As
Rye Neck said turn up. And they definitely turned it up here. Taking a 3-run lead now.
4-1.
And this one will end the inning.
Infield fly, batter's out for Tobin.
Oh, that's only the second out?
Yeah. The second batter of the game, the inning, Straza grounded out to first, and that's the second one.
Come on, C, you got this.
Carissa Peccia will bat one more time. She's 2 for 3. Strung out at third on that double, which was already occupied by Picone. And crouching low like Bagwell.
Come on, C, you got this.
Strike.
Come on, C.
Ground ball to short, and the shortstop, Jenna Letiza, will throw out Peccia. Yeah, but everyone bats but Stephanie Santoli for a huge 3-run inning, and the Panthers take a 4-1 lead. We'll be right back with the top of the 7th here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, alongside Elijah Wareham, Charlie McGraw, our cameraman, or Jareel Semister, Jordan Harper, and Rob Moretti, who's also the LMC Varsity Sports producer. Follow him on Twitter at LMC TV Sports for all your in-game scores and retweets of all local games. Ground ball foul to third, picked up by the head coach Michael McGovern and thrown back to pitcher Katie Blanche. 0-2 now. Rocco scored the only run of the game on an error by the shortstop Santoli, and she lined out on a hard shot to Rocco.
Yeah, Blanche coming out juiced up to start the 7th, and she can end the game here. So the outfield, they might as well sit down.
Ball has stuck on 8 strikeouts in the 5th inning through 3.
Oop, I stand corrected.
And it's caught by Viola with their sunglasses. She stayed with it, and then she fell to the ground, and she caught it right when Elijah said the outfield could have sat down. A high fly ball to warning track power to center field, and it'll be allowed. Out number 1 by Adrian Rocco. Gets by Shayna Viola. It's double or triple for Rocco, and with no outs, as it swung on and missed by Melissa Dean, who's grounded out to Katie Blanche on the mound twice in this one and had a big error. She dropped the ball on the ground ball to the pitcher. Last inning, O'Hare threw it to her and she dropped it, which allowed the go-ahead run to score. And then, of course, a couple more runs were added on the RBI single by Picone and Kara Allen RBI single, and that'll be foul. Just foul.
Just foul. That is foul.
It was just foul over the head of first and wide, almost directly over the umpire's head. Because they'll throw it in.
1-1. One ball, 2 strikes now. Katie Blanche, the pitch, will be a base hit. There was a rip and it took a big hop, and Straza trying to throw out the runner at first from right field, but Dean beat it easily. Base hit for Dean as she ripped that one, and it took a wicked hop away from Olivia Tobin, so that's a base hit for Tuckahoe's Melissa Dean. The fourth hit of the game. 1 for Dean, 1 for O'Hare, who's up now, the pitcher, and 2 hits for Maggie O'Hare. Actually, Katie O'Hare, the left fielder, who's up base hit and an RBI. And Melissa Dean she swings and misses 0-2. So who knows what would have happened? It's hard to speculate, but it was if that ball gets over the head of Viola,
Right.
it was a double or triple, then you have that single. And a swung on and missed there, 2 away. Strikeout number 9. So can get a strikeout for the last out. She'll finish, Katie Blanche will finish with 10 Ks.
Let's see what Blanche has.
So she'll face the 9-hitter, who she's already struck out twice, looking and swinging, Nicolette Peon, the right fielder. Actually, we got a pinch. We have a pinch hitter, Rob, and Rob did not let me know we had a pinch hitter. He loves to do that during the baseball games, but he wasn't up to it, and I got it. It's Romeo.
Alyssa Romeo.
Alyssa Romeo, number 10, will pinch hit for Nicolette Peon. So a pinch hitter here in the 7th, the only bench player for Tuckahoe Bronxville. I went to Bronxville years ago, but I'm pretty sure this roster is like 90% Tuckahoe. And that one is strike 2, 1-2.
1 away for Blanche. And I know she wants that 10K.
So Peon finishes 0 for 2, and the pinch hitter Romeo, 9. Strike 3 did not lift the bat off her shoulders, and the game is over. 10 strikeouts for Blanche, and
Where's the buffet?
the game ends with the final score, 4-1.
Yeah, and that's a tough way to end the game for Romeo. Not even swinging, just looking at the ball go past you. So that was a great pitch there from Katie Blanche, as she gets her 10K. And a big win here for Rye Neck, redeeming themselves after the 8-1 loss. They win here 4-1 against Tuckahoe Bronxville.
So we'll be back with post-game analysis and interviews here on LMC TV. Back here with Katie Blanche. And Katie, what are your keys to success on the mound today? You had 10 strikeouts and you pitched very well.
Well, I was hitting a lot of my spots, and most of it was thanks to Carissa behind the plate and the defense behind me.
And when you were pitching so well, you were able to turn that success into 3 hits at bat, 2 doubles and a triple. Were you able to use that as when you're hitting because of your success as a pitcher?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, I know what's coming usually. Yeah.
And lastly, you're just an 8th grader and one of the stars on the team. How does it feel to be an 8th grader and on varsity here on the softball team?
I mean, it's an honor to be pulled up here, and honestly, the girls are so good with me. I love them all. And then obviously Miss Sped, she's great.
Elijah Ware here with Coach Spedafino.
Right.
And Coach, your team really took control there in the 6th inning. What was your team's mindset going into that inning? Katie pitched the ball well, then y'all came back and got 3 hits.
I think confidence, every time we meet in the circle, we always come up with a different word to kind of motivate, and that was the word. And I think that they just took it and, Tuckahoe's in our league, so this was a league game, so now we're tied for the league with them, which was great because we had lost to them earlier. So, all around, great team effort.
So your team improves to 8-3 now. How do you see your team moving forward, heading towards the playoffs? What do you still have to work on in order to get to that next level, in order to compete for a championship?
Everything. You work on everything: defense, offense, pitching, catching. One day at a time.
Yeah. Katie Blanche had a great game.
She did.
Last week she was nominated for the Low HUD Player of the Week. This week she's having another big week, 5 for 5 yesterday, 3 for 3 today. What do you have to say about her just being an 8th grader?
Oh, I was her 4th grade teacher. I have to throw that in there.
Oh, wow.
So that's always a good little trivia. And I coached her mother in basketball and softball. So, she has such a great work ethic, so mature for her years. And, the girls have embraced her, and they've really, she is really working hard, and, I'm so impressed with her.
Back here in the post-game show in Elijah, it was a 4-1 win, and the difference was that 3-run bottom of the 6th inning for Rye Neck, and that was how they were able to win this one.
Yeah, Katie Blanche came out with some strong pitching to start the inning, and then Rye Neck came back on the other side and got 3 runs in. So that was a great inning for them. That really turned the tide. And then the 7th inning started, and Katie Blanche finished it off once again. So a great game for Rye Neck.
And Blanche finished with 2 strikeouts in the 7th inning to end the game. She went 3 for 3 at the plate, and she had 10 strikeouts on the mound, including 2 doubles and a triple. So she was definitely the player of the game. And it was a good win as they improved to 8-3. Tuckahoe is now 7-4. Executive director is Matt Sullivan. Assistant director is Dina Schumacher. The cameramen were Jordan Harper, Rob Moretti, and our other cameraman was Jareel Semister. Once again, for Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw saying thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.
If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, contact us for more information.